All aboard the E3 hype train. This is Josh the Top Hat Gamer and I'll be your conductor for this recap of one of the biggest weeks in video games. We won't be covering everything of course, I'm only one man, but we will start at the bottom and work our way up to what I am personally most hyped about from this year's E3. With that said, let's jump straight in. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'll admit that I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan, and Final Fantasy VII is one of the few games from that franchise that I've ever played. Hearing that this long-awaited project is not only happening, but is also being remade from the ground up has my interest. I might actually play this. Shenmue III. Once again, I have next to no history with the Shenmue series. I know how die-hard the fans are, however, and even seeing Shenmue III uttered at E3 is something I didn't think I'd ever see. Now, it is sort of questionable that a Kickstarter campaign appears on stage at E3, but you can't deny that it worked. Funded in under an hour if I'm not mistaken. And now I've lost a bet, meaning I have to play through Shenmue 1 and 2, so there's that. Gears of War 4. I'm not a huge fan of the Gears series, but they're generally an entertaining time. Plus, how can you not get behind chainsaw guns? So there's new Gears and it seems to be in a completely new setting with completely new enemies and characters. I'm looking forward to hearing more details, but if rumors are to be believed, the game will have a more horror style, which would be a nice change of pace. Mass Effect Andromeda. Last year, EA brought a bunch of concept art for Mass Effect to the table, and it was disappointing. This year, they brought a cinematic trailer, offering a glimpse at some new locations, but still very few details. We know it's in a new galaxy, but aside from that, there's not a whole lot to get hyped for. Good choice of music for the trailer though, and I am excited to see that universe again. Sea of Thieves. I like pirates, and I like what Rare used to be, so seeing them announce an open-world pirate game which seems to feature MMO-like online gameplay is pretty cool. Though it's hard to tell exactly what the game will be like, if the trailer is anything to go by, then it may be in first person. What we do know is that the game looks super colourful, and there are spooky skeletons. It's certainly more interesting to me than the Rare replay. Doom. So the gameplay demo Bethesda showed for Doom was a mixed bag. On the one hand, the game looks super violent and the action flows at a decent pace. On the other hand, the visuals are drowned out by a yellowy filter and the crazy finishes that are being done to enemies started to wear thin pretty quickly. The game looks fun, but I hope the final product is a bit more visually exciting and has a bit more variety with its animations. I also need to hear that signature Doom theme, you know the one. Star Fox Zero. Yo, I'm down for more space combat games. There's barely any these days, and the spacefaring critters of Star Fox are always a welcome sight. The latest trailer shows off a lot of new transformations for the team's R-Wings, including the Landmaster tank. Now, if only the rest of Nintendo's announcements were as awesome as this. And of course, the Nintendo puppet thing. Super Mario Maker. Actually, this one was pretty good too. The game keeps looking better and better every time we see it, and it looks like the spiritual successor to fan-made mods like Kaizo Mario. While amiibos may get a pretty bad rap, Super Mario Maker comes with a pretty sick retro Mario, so it's got that going for it. Also potentially limitless content. The Last Guardian. I love Shadow of the Colossus. That game would easily rank in my top 10 favorite games of all time. And even though I'm not too huge on Ico, The Last Guardian looks whimsical and mysterious and it has a big cute griffin kitten thing. I don't know, the thing is cute. Plus it's good to see this game again, just to know that it's still not dead. Good luck Last Guardian, you'll probably need it. ReCore. Although ReCore is a brand new IP and we don't know much about it, I'm eager to learn more. The cinematic announcement trailer featured a female protagonist and a robot dog-like companion with a core that could be transplanted between different robots. It sounds like the start of an interesting concept, and to hear that Keiji Inafune is attached is some interesting news as well. Plus, robot dog, because dogs. Dogs are cool. I like dogs. Ghost Recon Wildlands. The Ghost Recon games generally deliver an entertaining time while showing off some pretty neat future tech to boot. Wildlands seems to be taking the series in a newer, more open-world direction, and I love the sound of that. An open-world approach hopefully presents a greater opportunity to approach situations any way the player chooses, which is one of those things that games like this often promise, but rarely deliver. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It's great to see the Mirror's Edge franchise returning after such a long period of uncertainty, and although it's no longer a cut and dry sequel to the previous game, early reports are saying that the game will feature little to no gunplay, which, if true, is excellent news. It also seems to be joining the long list of games that are going open world, so that's cool. Unravel. This game just flat out looks gorgeous. I don't know how it plays. I'm almost certain it won't play particularly well, but wow, it looks so good. And the guy who presented it was just the most adorable thing ever. Shaking like crazy. What a champ. Firewatch. Every time I see Firewatch, it catches my eye with a vibrant visual style and hooks me with a surprisingly eerie atmosphere. The latest trailer ends with a really creepy stinger, completely contrasting the bright colors and cute turtles you see throughout the rest of the trailer. On top of that, I really have no idea what this game is about. Like, it's bushfires? Something to do with bushfires. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky though, seriously, last year when this was unveiled, we all thought that a massive universe that you could explore at your leisure was an awesome idea, but I don't know how many actually bought in. This year, assuming that gameplay that was shown on Sony's stage was accurate, I and many others have been thoroughly impressed yet again. Star Wars Battlefront. Space. So maybe not like actual space in particular, but god damn it, I love Star Wars, and the gameplay unveiled at E3 was spectacular. The music and the sound effects mixed to create a nostalgia overload, which isn't helped by the towering AT-ATs and the admittedly scripted moment where Darth Vader is revealed. I could watch this gameplay for days on end. Now we just have to hope it plays as good as it looks. For Honor. Slow, rough, and powerful are words that beautifully sum up For Honor. Easily the most exciting new IP from Ubisoft, no matter how wrong they spell it. Taking Vikings, medieval knights, and samurai and mashing them together with Bushido Blade-style stance-based combat and the territory-dominating gameplay of Dynasty Warriors gets something that looks really special. Though we've only seen the multiplayer component of this game so far, I couldn't be more excited to get my hands on this and yuck it up as a Viking. Just Cause 3. Just Cause 2 was an insanely huge, awfully voice-acted, action-packed experience with an exceptionally fun mechanic in the form of the infinite grappling hook and parachute combination. Just Cause 3 looks the same, but with more. More grapples, more control over when these grapples retract, more explosions, more parachutes, and even a wingsuit for awesome flying fun. And as you might expect, the map is gigantic. I've been waiting for some dumb fun for a long time. Dishonored II. Dishonored was one of my favorite games of 2012, with its emphasis on stealth, its excellent balance between mysticism and technology, and the effort that went into building a world that I and many others cared about. Seeing Dishonored 2 officially revealed is pretty awesome, but finding out that Emily, the young girl from the first Dishonored, is now one of the main protagonists, that's just amazing. Supposedly Corvo, the returning protagonist, is also playable and has his own unique set of skills. Very cool. Very cool. Mad Max. Yet another game from Just Cause developers Avalanche Studios, Mad Max promises a huge map to motor your way around and encourages players to scavenge every inch of it for vehicle parts and fuel for your customizable vehicle, as well as some hard-hitting vehicular combat to participate in, complete with side-mounted flamethrowers and harpoons to use against your foes. How could I not be in for this? I'm still riding high from Fury Road. And come September we will all witness it, whether it dies shiny in chrome or mediocre. Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't think anyone expected the developers of the super grim, gritty FPS series Killzone to come to the show with something that looked so visually distinct and so mechanically and narratively interesting. Despite its god-awful name, Horizon Zero Dawn has drawn a lot of attention, in part due to its unique post-apocalyptic setting, complete with roaming mechanical wildlife, and human tribes that have reverted to almost caveman-like lifestyles of hunting and gathering. This is hands down my favourite new AAA IP of this year. Dark Souls 3. Even though we've had Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne to challenge us in the last 2 years, I'm super down for more Souls fun. Not many details have been given outside of a behind closed doors demo and a cinematic trailer, but there are plenty of possible clues in there for fans of the Souls series. I think I'm just most excited to praise the sun again. Kuppet. I love me some platforming action, but the best part of most platformers are the boss fights. So here we have Kuppet, which is essentially boss rush of the game, slapped together with a 1930s animation style not unlike Felix the Cat or Steamboat Willie. The game looks frantic and fun, like some kind of mix between Contra and Mega Man, and the animation is absolutely gorgeous. If I can only have one indie game next year, it would have to be this one, like, no argument. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. I would have been happy with the 6-minute story trailer that was released during E3. I really would have. It dropped some narrative bombs that longtime fans of the series probably shat themselves over. But then Konami decides to drop 40 minutes of gameplay on us. They revealed the D-Walker mini-mech, as well as the functionality of side ops and how you can utilize your canine companion, among many other things. MGS5 can't come fast enough, I'm not even kidding, holy shit. Fallout 4. And here we reach the top of our hype train with Fallout 4. I love the Fallout series, from its weird and wonderful writing to its unique post-apocalyptic 50s aesthetic, and when Fallout 4 was announced, I was ecstatic. And then they showcased its incredible focus on customization and crafting, from the brand new character creation suite to the in-depth weapon modification tools to the brand new ability to build and maintain your own settlements. Even small, missable details like layered armor options are exciting to me, and it was all capped off by the announcement that Fallout 4 would be releasing this November. Holy shit. If it wasn't for Metal Gear, I'd be wanting to just go to sleep for the next 4 or 5 months. Seriously. So, there you have it. The E3 2015 hype train has left the station, and we have a pretty promising year or so ahead of us. Sound off in the comments about what you're hyped about, and hell, even what disappointed you at this year's E3. This is Josh the Top Hat Gamer. Game on!